Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about my current Season 6 settings. So these have changed a little bit since my last settings video, so I just figured I'd show you guys that now. So before we get into the video, I would like to say that about 90% of you guys are not already subbed. So if you can drop a sub, it would help me out a ton, and I would really appreciate it. But let's get right into the settings. So we're going to go right in, and obviously I have all of these. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I do have auto sprint on. That's one of the main changes. It's because my controller's a little bit broken, and I felt like auto sprint would just make things a little bit easier. As well as being able to spam inspect. That didn't hurt anything, but it's mostly because my controller's broken and the sprint button doesn't always work, and it will cancel sprint, so I put on auto sprint so that that doesn't happen. So if you have a broken controller like me, that will definitely help you out a lot. So I obviously have all of this stuff on. This is, you can just look at this. I'm not going to go through it, like I said. No colorblind mode or anything on, but here's where we really need to go into button settings. I have them customized, but this is basically just button puncher, so you don't need to have customized. Just button puncher is the same thing as what I have. And then stick layouts default, I have toggle crouch and hold aim button. My dead zones for L2 and R2 are at none. I bumped up my menu cursor speed a little bit. I'm trying to get that faster so that I can loot boxes just a little bit quicker. This is not necessary, but this is just something that I'm trying to do. So I'm eventually going to try to get it to around here, making it pretty fast. But as you can see, I'm not very good at moving that yet, so we're going to stay, around this area. That's a little slow, actually. We're going to go right here. So then my settings, obviously, for the sensitivity, I have 4 and then same. So I do have the per optic settings. These are a little bit different, as you can see. I have 5, 5, 5, 5 for the 4x and higher. I just feel like it helps with my sniping just a little bit. And then I have classic response curve, small dead zone. I have stick drift, so if I put this any lower or higher, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't help me out a lot. It messes with my aim, so I just like it on small. And then movement dead zone, I have it on small as well, off for inverted look, obviously. And I have vibration on, but I would recommend you guys to turn it off, because I feel like this is probably what contributed to why my controller is broken. I feel like all the vibration just messes with the controller, especially since some scuffs are a little bit fragile. So for field of view and brightness, I have my brightness here. My field of view is at 110, and then my sprint view shake is at minimal. I would really suggest you guys to be playing on 110 field of view if you are not already, or at least 100. You should be playing on higher than 100. It makes it much better. And then for my audio, it's pretty simple. We have master volume, obviously all this, you guys can see it. But I'm just going to go into my scuff binds real quick. So I do have a scuff, and no, this is not necessarily necessary for my settings. The way my settings are set up, you can play on a normal controller, because I used to play on a normal controller. I used to play claw, which means that I would have my index finger able to be on my jump button, or the X. But right now I just have a scuff, so I don't have to do that anymore. And my right paddle, I have 2 paddles. My right paddle is bound to X, the jump button, and then my left paddle is bound to square, the interact and reload button. I just like being able to interact while still being on the movement stick. It makes me help loot faster. It's personal preference, but these are my scuff binds. These are my controller binds. They've been working pretty well for me so far this season. But that's pretty much it for today's video, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.